They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Bravo!
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Taron Johnson made the stop.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Trying to lay one up deep. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. Oh, what a move. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. This is Love. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable. Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Haskins on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no? I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. from the 44. Haskins, that's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A loss of 2 there. Second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On second and 12, Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Running to start the drive is Love. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Go. Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready, break. 56. Max 56. Hey, keep it up. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Down. 18 Gator. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking for Shepard deep. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second pick, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
It's complete to Grant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Grant trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They go play action now. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Ready, set.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 85 yards. yards as the Bears push further out in front. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a wrong way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Look at me. Go. Switch. Dude.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch QB drop. 22 jet bomber. Check 31. 25. Check 25. Now.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Switch. Check.
They go play action with Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards on the ground. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drop under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins is going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Go! 90 Wolf! General West!
He spins free. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A throw over the middle taken in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Check, check. No. Tens the mic. Hey.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. On first and 10, it's Haskins. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Haskins and the offense with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second and 10 now, Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Tighten up.
On first down, it's Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Haskins now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Again, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Stand up in.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Haskins back to the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Makes the score Bears
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. Gets around him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing on first down. Haskins. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Here we go. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And the catch made by Johnson. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
43. Check, 43. Let's go, D. Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. Devin Bush picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's what...
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Take 4, take 4.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll give it here to his running back. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
27-yard line.
Let's go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Hooked up by Justin Reed. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
It's 3rd and 1.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
I'ma tell you I'm a